All right. Hello and welcome to the Swinging Bunt podcast. Today we have myself, James, Wes, and the Allen brothers, which that's interesting. First time we've had that happen. Mitch and Mac, welcome to the show. Don't fight too much. You're both pretty. Today we are going to be previewing the NBA playoffs, which kind of got underway tonight. The play-in games did at least. This is Tuesday, May 18th when we are recording this episode. And we'll also be talking about our predictions for each NFL team this year as far as win totals goals go based off of the Vegas over-unders. And then we'll be touching on MLB news and notes, Shohei Ohtani's wild start to the season, trivia, and possibly more. We should talk about hockey someday, guys. We can get some.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe we should. I haven't watched anything.
Usually
I watch NHL playoffs, but I have not yet this year.
Me too.
What is hockey?
Nuts. Shut up, Wesley.
I don't even.
Is that an answer to a Jeopardy question? All right. This is the Swinging Bunt podcast. I hope you guys enjoy the show. All right. So today we have myself, concussed Jake. My dog actually headbutted me when I was on the couch, and I was literally knocked out on the couch, and my wife woke me up, and I was very shocked for about 10 minutes about what was going on. So if I say anything more crazy than usual, or if I say anything that makes sense, that's why. And James is also sick. So,
usually Gronk is on the receiving end of concussions. This
that's
time
true.
he was
Yeah,
on the
my great Dane Gronk. Yeah, this was no Chihuahua. He decided to say hello to me on the couch, and it did not go well. So that's what's up. All right, you guys ready to talk some sports?
Yes, always.
Okay, so I figured the big thing that's going on right now is the NBA playoffs are getting started. One little nugget that I saw was that Damian Lillard had to win 42 games for his team to win some guy like a crap ton of money that he bet. And he tweeted him at the beginning of the season and said, "Dame, I need you to win 42 games or I lose my house." And Damian tweeted back, "Say less." And then he won the 42nd game on the last game of the season. So I thought that was pretty cool.
So the guy actually mortgaged his house and was like, "Damn, if I don't win 42 games, I lose my house. I'm still going to be a fan, homeless or in a mansion." But
so he actually did bet his house.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he was like just saying, "I bet a crazy amount."
He said, "I bet a crazy amount of money and my house is involved. If I don't get 42, if you don't get 42 games, I lose my house." So
talk about suspense.
So yes. I have a question.
In those last couple of weeks,
I meant to ask this 2 weeks ago. Wes, Mac, do you think Damian Lillard is the best offensive player in the league?
No.
Do you?
And I'm not a Warriors fan like the other two, but no, I would say no.
Like all areas, you don't think so? No. On offense, okay. I was just curious.
I think all around,
he's one of the best, no question. But scoring, I would still give it to James Harden. Shooting, I would give it to Steph Curry.
Passing,
he's not a passer.
Would scoring be Kevin Durant?
If I'm picking one player to score on me, I would say Kevin Durant. If I'm picking the guy who can score the most points in the most efficient ways possible, I would go James Harden. Now, Steph Curry can hit 12 threes in a game and not even blink. So best shooting scorer, Curry. Now, Dame is like top 3 on all those lists. But best, I wouldn't say so.
Just curious. I heard a stat. I just say that.
Question, James, because I mean, like Wes just said, top 3 in all those lists. Is he the most well-rounded offensive player? Potentially, I could see an argument for it.
I would probably pick Kevin Durant over anybody, but he's been so hurt that it's hard to put him in that category. So I was just curious.
Did you see the stat that about Kyrie? I know he didn't play at all the games, but his efficiency, like 50% field goal percentage, 40% three, 90% free throw, and I forget the other category, but it was like only the 9th person ever to do that.
Yeah, the 90-50-40 club.
50,
yeah,
40,
90, 50, yeah, that was pretty cool.
That one too.
If he shoot 90 from anyone
actually
that's
50, 90,
40, I'm impressed.
Yeah, but I thought that was cool. I mean, he's my favorite player. I know that people have a lot of qualms about him, but to see that happen, I thought that was cool.
There is one player who's done a 50-50-90 before.
Who's that?
Myers Leonard.
Never heard of him.
Really? That's weird.
That's funny.
Only player ever, 50-50-90. Qualified player.
All right, let's get into some playoff talk. So today, which games happened?
Just Hornets and Pacers.
The Pacers just smacked the Hornets.
They
were
put
the
up
who was the 7? Who was the 8?
4 points. The Pacers were 7.
The Pacers are the 9 seed, actually.
9, sorry. It's weird,
And
remember?
the Hornets
Okay,
are the
all
10
right.
seed.
Break this down for me, like I'm 5.
Yeah, okay, I'll break it down since James is, out of commission. So, the way this play-in game works is the 10 seed plays the 9 seed, right?
Okay, I thought
seven-
there were only 8. That's where I was confused.
Okay, so yeah, the 7 seed. Let's go back. So the 7 seed plays the 8 seed. The
Mhm.
winner of that is the 7 seed.
Okay.
The loser goes back. So then the 9 seed plays the 10 seed. The winner of that plays
the 8.
the 8 seed to make, and whoever wins that game is the 8 seed.
So if you are in the 9-10 game, single elimination. If you're in the 7-8 game, double elimination.
Right.
And then the playoff seeding is set after that.
Right.
You win game 7, you're in. Or if you win the 7-8 seed, you're automatically in. If you win the 9-10 seed game, you still have to win one more to get into the top 8.
Right.
Makes sense. Okay,
I did
cool.
not
So we
understand
had
that.
you didn't understand?
No, like I understand that now, but like before,
Oh, see,
because I thought if the Warriors beat the Lakers, then Lakers were out. But
no.
wish.
So
chance.
if the Lakers lose to the Warriors tomorrow, they can still win the next game and be in as the 8 seed.
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had the 9-10 game tonight.
The
Very
9-10 actually just played, and the Pacers smacked the Hornets. And
So-
the 7-8 game is playing right now.
And who was that involving?
The
Gronk.
Celtics are the 7 seed, and the Wizards are the 8 seed. So Toby, Toby was who was not on the show tonight. He was he's a big fan of the Wizards, so he was saying the Wizards will beat the Celtics.
And then he
Right.
also said they would win their next game, too.
Oh yeah. So I said the Pacers would beat the Wizards for that 8 seed. So
Hmm.
looking pretty good right
They are Eastern Conference, correct? Both of these games tonight are Eastern Conference. Tomorrow,
Yes.
both Western.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I would
So
say
what do you guys
the
expect?
best game of this play-in is by far Warriors Lakers.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think those two teams. I don't know. Now that LeBron and AD are both healthy, would you expect the Lakers to win?
They're not really healthy.
the
they're
the
healthy enough to play.
Lakers only favored to play to win by 4.5, which I thought was crazy.
You thought it'd
It's
be
good.
higher, Mac, as a Warriors fan. You thought they would be favored to win by
Well,
more?
it's LeBron and Anthony Davis versus Steph and bench warmers.
Is it
So-
just because AD and LeBron are injured, or because
Well,
the playoffs and everything happen?
LeBron has her bum ankle, and I think that takes a large part of it because
Can't
he
run up
can't
the
really
bum,
push. He can't push off of it very well. I mean, he's still going to be LeBron. He's still
which is
a
huge for
freak of
his
nature.
game.
Yeah.
What I love though is this is a one game. I mean, if you win, then you get to play the Suns in the first round, who have played phenomenal.
Mhm.
But if you lose, there's a chance you get knocked out of this thing. So I love that. Like in one game too, Steph Curry can go for 60 and beat the Lakers in
I
one
hope
game.
so.
It could,
it's not like
definitely
a
happen.
7-game series where you think the better team eventually is going to win. That's how
Mhm.
basketball usually is. The better team eventually wins that series. But one game, you never know.
Steph
Never
Curry's
know.
going to set the 3-point record tomorrow night. He's going to go 16 for 24.
Oh my gosh,
You are dreaming, my
that is
friend.
bold.
Mitch,
sir.
you should put $10 on that and win 1,000.
You'd win more than 1,000 probably.
No, there's no way it's 1 to 100 odds that he breaks the record tomorrow.
I
1
mean,
to
if you hit
100.
16 threes, it might be.
Yeah, maybe.
Considering
Record's
no one's
14,
ever hit
isn't
more
it?
than 12.
Look, you guys, I'm going to get texts from you guys all tomorrow night.
Oh, I can't believe you got that right. You better put money on it. I won't say anything about it.
12 of them will be in the third quarter.
Just
Okay.
to keep-
So play-ins will be done by what, Friday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, but then they got to play each other
Oh.
again.
Yeah, I think it's
last two
Thursday,
games.
Friday.
Probably
or
Thursday.
Friday.
I bet they both play. No, I bet one is
Tomorrow?
Thursday and the second one is
Friday?
Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday.
So Friday we'll have the 1 through 8 seeds on each conference settled, and then do those games start right away on Saturday and Sunday?
I would assume they give them at least one day. So,
All right,
yeah.
run through the 1 through
It starts
6
Saturday.
seeds for me real quick.
You want East or West first?
Do East first.
All right. So in the 1, we've got the Sixers. The 2, we've got Brooklyn Nets. 3, we've got the Bucks. 4, we've got the Knicks. 5, we've got the Hawks. 6, we've got the Heat.
And then the 4 play-in teams.
Pacers. Charlotte got knocked out already. Boston and Wizards.
Nice. Okay. So favorites for you guys. Who do you think are the favorites to make it to the finals? Give me one favorite, one sleeper, each of you.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a favorite,
Okay.
in my opinion, in the East. I love the 76ers. They're a little too inside oriented, and in the playoffs, 3-point is king.
Yeah.
And Ben Simmons can't shoot, which
No,
in the
can't.
playoffs, everything gets
Doesn't he have like 3 total 3-pointers in his career?
I can't say it's more than one.
I know he's
but,
made 1. I saw it.
Preseason game. I don't know if that was a regular season game.
Oh, that was a preseason game. That's
anyways,
true.
the Brooklyn, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, James Harden, and they have a great bench, great supporting role players. It's going to be tough, in my opinion. So I think that the Nets are the favorites. Sleeper, I guess, is the Heat. You can never count out a team that went to the NBA Finals last year. So
yeah,
I think my sleeper would be the Knicks.
they're actually
not
good.
Winning.
They're not.
Who do they play? Do they play the Hawks, James?
Yes, they do.
Interesting.
I'll go. My favorite, I actually like the 76ers. I think this is the year that they finally put it together.
They're trusting that process.
That process has been come and gone. Just kidding, it's still here.
Well, hey, they said that 2-3 years ago, and now it's turned out right.
And I guess my sleeper would
ago.
as well be probably the Heat, because I can see them upset Milwaukee, and you never know with that team.
Nice.
They were in it last year.
Mitch, you got a sleeper for me or anything?
I do not.
Okay, me neither. All right, move. So let's walk through each little. Besides those, should we wait until next week to predict each matchup?
Well, we didn't go through the West 1 through 6.
Well, I know. I thought maybe we could talk about the different matchups, but we don't even know what the matchups are.
I mean, we
yet.
have the 4-5 matchups, and we have the
3-6.
3-6 matchups.
Let's just
regardless, I think whoever wins the 7-8 seed in the East, it won't matter. I don't.
Okay,
think.
so you've
Now,
got
in the West, that might change.
You've got Sixers and Brooklyn winning theirs matchups. Okay, so who do you have in the other 2 games? Or the other 2 series?
I think that's where things get interesting. You get the Bucks and the Heat. The Heat are the defending Eastern Conference champs.
Bucks Heat play each other.
Yeah.
So they're the 3-6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
so you who do you take, Heat or Bucks?
I'm gonna go with the Heat. I think Bam Adebayo is a great matchup for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Obviously, no one can stop him. But if I had to pick one player in the East, I might pick Bam, because he's a great defender, great athlete, and they're just stingy on defense. I can see the Heat upsetting there.
Mac, who you got?
I like Milwaukee. I think, yeah.
Yep.
Good analysis, James.
I like it.
That's why we brought you on, for that quality analysis right there, Mac.
I think it could go either way, but my gut says Miami, but my head says Milwaukee, and I'm just gonna go with my head this time and say Milwaukee.
What does your heart say?
Miami,
Atlanta.
I'm Atlanta, but I'm gonna go Milwaukee. I think Milwaukee's got it.
Okay, so 4-5, who we got? Atlanta and New York.
This is probably my favorite matchup of the East for sure.
2 teams that shouldn't be here but are,
But they're in the 4-5. Why should they not be there?
because we were like 26 to start the
But
season.
then you got that new coach, and you predicted they would do better, and they
Who
did.
has the best player?
It depends. It depends what you talk about, because you got Julius Randle, you got Trae Young.
Yeah.
You got Bogdanovich, you have Clint Capella, and they have other people on their team that are not big names, as whoever I just said.
Yeah.
I'm on here.
I will say, in my opinion, I think the Hawks have some great talent, and Clint Capella could be the X factor.
Yeah.
However, I think the Knicks have some players with some playoff experience, and I think playoff experience might hurt the Hawks. Julius
Because we only
Randle,
have one person that has playoff experience for us.
what?
We only have one person that has playoff experience.
Exactly, Clint Capella, and he didn't exactly play too well in the playoffs. But y'all do have the skill. But the Hawks have Julius Randle, Taj Gibson, Derrick Rose. They have some guys who've been there, done that. Plus, I think the Knicks bench might just be a little bit stronger with bringing Derrick Rose off the bench. And we'll see about RJ Barrett. I think the young guys might hit some playoff growing pains, but Julius Randle's been there, done that. Derrick Rose been there, done that. And I think that takes them in 7.
Okay, so then we go to the Western Conference. Give me the 1 through 6 there, and as well as the play-in teams.
Okay, the 1 you've got the Jazz. At the 2 you've got the Suns. The 3 Denver Nuggets. 4 Clippers. 5 Mavs. 6 Portland. 7 and 8 are Lakers and Warriors, and then 9, 10 is Grizzlies and Spurs.
Okay, so who do we expect to come out of these play-in games? 7 or the 7 and 8 seeds?
I think there's no question it's going to be Lakers and Warriors.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies and Spurs are there, but they don't deserve to be there.
I would love to see the Grizzlies go. See Ja Morant go another round.
That'd be pretty nuts if LeBron lost to the Warriors and then got knocked out in the last game as well. I would be shocked.
I don't think there's any possible way, but yes.
Yeah, I don't see either of these 9, 10 teams beating
Okay.
the Lakers or Warriors.
I'd say
Right.
the Grizzlies have a better chance of beating the Warriors than they do anyone else, but it's a very slim
Yeah.
chance.
The Warriors just spanked them, so
Yeah.
Oh, they did just play recently?
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a pretty telling sign then, I would say. Did both teams have all their guys?
Well, Warriors minus Klay Thompson.
Man,
Yeah.
I wish, like, I hate the Warriors just because of all the stuff with Cleveland and back and forth for those few years. I shouldn't say I hate them. I don't really, but I always liked Klay Thompson. I hate that he doesn't get to play in a season like this where they're doing much more than you would expect them to. All right.
Warriors don't have Klay Thompson or Wiseman, and for them to be an 8 seed just kind of is
Yeah,
crazy.
it's impressive. Wasn't Weissman the guy they drafted this year?
Yeah, our center.
I remember something.
overall.
Woohoo! I remember doing our draft show and you guys talking about him. That's fun. All right. I was like Adam Silver. I didn't get to make any picks, but I got to watch you guys do it and I announced your picks. So that was fun.
Nice.
All right. What are we doing?
Next matchups.
Oh, yes. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
favorites.
Sorry, concussed. All right. 1 through give me your favorite and your sleeper. I'm sorry. Favorite and sleeper in the Western Conference.
My favorite is the Warriors, and my sleeper is also the Warriors.
Okay. Great. No bias there whatsoever, Wes.
Oh man, I hate to do it, but I think the favorite has got to be the Lakers for me.
As a play-in team.
LeBron and AD are there. That's what they
Yeah,
wanted to get
it's
to.
true.
My sleeper though, they did some interesting things here at the end of the season. The Clippers at the 4 seed, they lost 2 games that like they had the 3 seed locked up, but they did not want to play the Blazers in that first round matchup. They did some great tanking to get to that 4 seed to play the Mavericks. Now it might hurt them because Luka,
He
Because
could
Luka-
beat them up and down last year.
Is
in the
Luka going to
playoffs.
be in the MVP race this year?
No.
No.
I don't think so. He'll be there every year though.
I
Top
just
5
love
at
watching
least.
him play. He's so fun.
Yeah. So
Same with
I think-
another guy who is my favorite to get in is the Phoenix Suns and Devin Booker. I think they've got a good shot. If they can get home court advantage against the Lakers, I might help them out. It'll be tough. I do expect them and the Lakers to be in that championship. Well, they can't be in the championship because it'll be 1-8, right?
Well, the Suns are the 2 seed. So if the Lakers get the 7
Okay.
seed, they have the first round matchup.
So it's possible. So either way, I think that if they face the Lakers and they have that home court advantage, which they will, it might help them out in a 7-game series. Or are all series 5 or all 7?
7.
Or they're all 7?
All
in
7.
NBA? See, I don't like that. If there was 5, they'd have a better chance. But I'd love to see the Suns do. I think they've been a fun team to watch, and it'd be someone different than who we're used to seeing in the finals. So they're who I picked to get in.
I'm
Watch
going to
2
actually
games this year.
go with maybe not a popular pick. I think the Clippers. I have the Clippers as my favorites to represent the West, just because of injury problems and everything. But my sleeper team, honestly, I'm gonna go Portland. I know they're the 6th seed, but they're playing Denver without Jamal Murray. I think they could get past them, and then as long as they don't, I mean, I don't know. I think they have a good chance to go. They're always there for some reason. They're always right there at it.
That reason is Damian Lillard.
Yeah, best offensive player in the league.
So some say.
So yeah, that's what I got.
I like Denver. They've been without Jamal Murray for a while now. I feel like they've adjusted pretty well. And I think the Aaron Gordon ad does phenomenal things for them on offense and defense.
So who are you going with is your sleeper and your favorite, Mac?
I would say my favorite's probably Phoenix. I think they've got Chris Paul, Booker, and Ayton, and that's just really good. 3 of them in those positions. And then sleeper would probably be Denver. So 2-3, but
Nice. So what's so good about Denver that you like?
well, arguably the MVP Jokic, and then the Aaron Gordon ad I mentioned. Not entirely sure who else they have. but
Michael Porter Jr. has
Michael
stepped up
Porter
and been the huge number 2 for them since Jamal Murray went out. So he's really stepped up his game. He's kind of like a poor man's Kevin Durant, 6'10", skinny, super athlete, dynamite shooter.
Did I see correctly that their coach is expected to win Coach of the Year?
I would say it's probably going to be the Suns, Monty Williams.
Oh, maybe
You don't think it's gonna be the Knicks coach?
It could be him or Thibodeau. Honestly, I'd say they're 1-2. But the Suns are the number 2 seed in the West, and they're both surprising to me, in my opinion. So I could see either one and be happy with both.
I like how we didn't even mention the Utah Jazz, the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that
You know
happens
what?
sometimes. A team gets in that's the 1 seed that you're just not that afraid of. I mean, I remember back to even other sports like baseball in 2007. I mean, the Indians were there as the 1 seed, but everyone thought and knew that the Yankees and Boston were both better. I mean, the Indians ended up beating the Yankees that year, but when they played Boston, Boston just came in and showed they were the better team. And I just think that happens sometimes.
I think for
it
me,
doesn't mean they're the best.
usually when we see a number 1 seed, we see them, win close to 60 games. And these guys, they started off so hot, and they kind of finished. So now they finished 52-20, which is still I guess
They have all like 2 or 3 losses.
They played 10 less games too, so there's that. But I mean, they have a great team. But they have to show it to us in the playoffs for me to buy into them.
How many home losses do they have? 2 or 3? Is that what it is, or something like that?
Oh, really?
Nuts.
I'm not
No
sure.
idea. All right, so
I'll
matchups
look it
real
up.
quick. 1v8, we got Utah Jazz
5.
versus you guys are expecting the Lakers or
Warriors.
Warriors?
Warriors at
Okay, Jazz or Warriors?
I think whoever wins it. I mean the 7 and 8.
Huh?
Whoever wins the 7 and 8, or whatever.
So
think
whoever that 8 seed is,
The team
beats
that
the
gets
Jazz.
in, yeah,
You expect the Jazz to lose.
yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I think the Jazz will win that series if it's the
I do
Warriors. If it's the Lakers, I would say Lakers. But
That's very interesting. The Jazz are gonna be watching this game tomorrow very
they
closely.
go, please Warriors or
I
please Lakers.
Please, they want the Lakers to win because they want to
Yeah.
play them. Okay. James, you agree with that take?
Yep.
All right. 2-7, which we expect to be the who's 2 again?
Suns.
Suns versus Lakers, we expect.
I could see that going either way, honestly, just because of the health of the Lakers. But I still think Lakers.
And,
Yeah,
it would,
I'm going
and if
with
it's Sun
Lakers as well.
Warriors, would you go Suns?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would as well.
3-6. What do we get?
Denver versus Portland.
I'm going
Denver,
Portland.
Portland.
I want
for
to pick.
James?
I want to pick the Nuggets, but I'm going to go Portland as well.
Portland. Who you take? Mac Attack, Mac Daddy, Big
Denver.
Mac. Denver. 1 Denver, 2 Portland's. Okay. Finally, we have a 4-5 matchup of what 2 teams?
Clippers and Mavericks.
I take Clippers.
I take
Yep.
Clippers.
I'm taking Clippers.
3 Clips.
I'll go Mavericks.
Hey, Mac.
Nice.
always
Luka
swinging-
Doncic fan.
Swinging the other way.
Hallelujah.
Any takes, Mitch? Want to throw your hat in the ring?
Warriors.
Max said.
What Mac said. I love it. Okay. Any other NBA talk we need to break down before we move into some NFL stuff?
I mean, LeBron James is not a big fan of this play-in tournament.
Wasn't he the
all-
one that brought it up originally?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he said whoever thought of this play-in tournament should be fired, and so
Wouldn't
he's not
he
too happy
be in
about
it
it.
without it?
Yeah, he would. As
Oh, because they do 8 teams. That's right.
yeah, he would be as the 7th seed. But I think it's fun.
I love it.
They might not keep it. I hope they keep it, but it's
How-
fun.
How many teams are there in each conference?
16.
There's 15 in the West, 15 in the East.
I think it's too much. I mean, NBA already has 8 out of 15 teams make the playoffs. And I mean, you have teams with losing records get in. Now you have 10 out of 15 with a chance in the playoffs. I
But
agree.
yeah, it's honestly 100% about money.
Of course, it's about money. Every decision that a business makes is about money. No matter what someone tells you, every decision a business makes about money. And the NBA is a business. They want to make money. I get it, but I don't think that these 10 and 9 teams deserve to be in there. And
I
if they
know.
Which I
win,
think-
any team can win on a given day. So I don't like it either.
I think that's why there's a double elimination for the 7 and 8. And I like that.
Sure. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Moving on.
One other thing. Sorry, I couldn't
Yes.
remember who the other players were. But with Curry, because he won the scoring title, right?
yes.
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 So he's one of 4 players to have multiple scoring titles, multiple
multiple.
championships,
Mhm.
and multiple MVPs. It's him, Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It's pretty impressive.
Wow.
Decent.
That's a great list.
Great company.
They say he's decent. I do love one of my favorite things about this is that Mitch, the basketball coach for one of the most prolific girls' high school basketball teams
in the state of Wisconsin.
hates when we talk about the NBA. He's
I
like
watch the NBA.
so bored.
Did you guys hear LeBron say that his MVP is Steph?
Yeah.
And all the criticism he's
There's a
gotten.
couple guys that said that. Who was the other guy that just guarded him the other day? Got knocked out of the playoffs. Said the same thing. Some point guard. I forget who.
You
it
can't
was.
base it off half the season. It's got to be the full season. Personal
Yeah,
opinion.
I know, but I just know that who was it? Just played him. He said that was the MVP, and I couldn't stop him. In my opinion, he's the MVP. Of course, you say that after he
Aaron
trashes
Fox?
you.
I don't know.
Possibly. I don't know. I don't watch close enough. I just saw the quote.
Who's
don't
it
know.
probably going to?
I think it's going to Jokic. But in my opinion, this LeBron thing, like this was a classic, like, oh, if I lose, I lost to the MVP. If
Yeah.
I win, I just beat the MVP. Like,
Yeah, it's all
Come
painting
on,
on there.
man.
He knows
Come
what he's
on.
doing. He knows what he's doing. All right. Now for the good part of the show.
For you.
NFL win totals and over unders. So the NFL released its schedule, the first ever 17 game schedule, the biggest NFL season we will have ever seen until next year. But we have 17 games coming this year, which means an 18-week season. No teams are getting 2 buys or anything like that. So it's just going to be one more week of football for us. I'm really looking forward to it. A couple things that change. Stats are never going to be the same ever again. I mean, I expect we'll see multiple records broken this year. I wouldn't be surprised that all of the single season passing record was broken for yards. Touchdowns are harder to come by than yards. We could see some other records broken as well. At least within the next 5 years, I expect that to happen. And career things too. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some weird stats come out about like efficiency or per game being more important than like season records, like after next year, I would see a lot of guys saying like this person had this many yards per game or on a 16 game pace. This is what he had. Cause that's what we're used to. At least until people get used to this. So maybe like 10, 20 years from now, they'll stop doing it. I expect that to be something we see for a while.
yeah,
Yes.
personally, I think, the from a running back's perspective, 1,000 yards rushing isn't going to be as big a deal anymore.
No, we'll see it all the time. I mean, that
Yeah.
you get an extra game to get usually 100 more yards, 150 more yards, and maybe you can push real close because a lot of guys add at 850 or 900.
Yeah, I mean,
or
how many
950.
yards do you have to get per game in a 16 game season to get to 1,000? Like what, 67,
According to my calculations.
73? So now it'll be what, like 50 something? Like,
Yeah, you won't have to get as many. Mitch, run those numbers real quick.
Just a second.
1,000 divided
Do
by.
we see shorter careers because of this?
I don't know that it'll affect much because it's not changing what they do. I mean, they're not getting paid more for it.
Right.
Because their contract still goes from week A to week Z. It's just instead of having a preseason game, you just have a regular game. Now they are on the field because that 4th preseason game, no one's actually out there. But now they're just getting rid of it and saying instead of you getting paid to sit on the sidelines, now we'll actually pay you to sit on the field or go on the field. I mean, so I don't know. I mean, you'll get a little more wear and tear. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw coaches, pulling some guys out of games when they have bigger leads a little bit earlier, like running back specifically. If they have a big lead, put in the backup running back, let him get some rest because he has an extra week to go through.
In a 16 game season, it's 62 and a half yards.
Mhm.
In a 17, it's only 58.8. So
big
It's really-
difference.
Huge difference.
I think I don't know that we'll necessarily see records broken right off the bat. I would say maybe the passing yards, but like nobody's really even come close to that recently. But that would be the one I think would be broken first because somebody goes off and has a 350 yard passing game week 18.
Tom Brady's about to break every record.
But I don't think we're going to see I think 1,000 yards will become a little more common, but I don't think it's going to be like, oh, all of these guys are getting 1,000 yards because it's like, if you're averaging 62 yards and that gets you 1,000, you're not just going to have guys like jumping up who are averaging 35 and all of a sudden they're averaging 58 to get to 1,000. So I think that will still be impressive. It'll be the guys that reach 1,000 and stay under 1,050, 1,075 that are going to be like, that's not as impressive. So I think 1,100 will become the that's pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't
1,000
be
still
surprised
like
that's what we saw.
if I have a running back on my fantasy team who's got 950 rushing yards, I'm still like solid running back.
Nope. Got to be 1,000. Those are the rules.
Well, like right now in a 16 game
Like
season,
tier 4.
950 is like
I mean, if I got a running back who's getting 950 yards, that's only like 55 yards a game. So that's only
Can we
9
stop
points.
throwing out these numbers like we know what we're talking about?
I mean, 55 yards a game is not many if you're not getting any receptions on top of it.
He better be scoring some touchdowns. That's all I
Yeah.
got to say.
Um,
no touchdowns,
What's I
no
gonna say?
receptions, 950 yards. What a horrible running back.
that's like 95 points on the season.
Like Royce Freeman.
Yeah, ooh, good comp. Except cut those yards in half.
And
Okay.
divide by 3.
What are we doing with this NFL stuff? Oh, yes, I remember. Sorry, guys. My brain is
That's
not,
only 16 yards a game.
not working well. Okay.
Divided by 3.
Mac, your laugh is infectious. I love it.
Sorry. Oh,
Infectious. It means it's good.
All right, moving on.
Okay, so I don't remember who I assigned all these
I got
tasks
the over
to.
unders here.
Okay, Mitch is
I
going to
have
read us the Vegas
schedule.
odds.
We got to go in ABC order.
What?
We got to go in ABC order. I got it set up like that.
Oh,
That is definitely the hardest way to do this.
Well, it's how it came out.
Why can't
boy.
are you doing it on your phone?
No, I'm on my. What?
You can't when someone says a team name, you can't find that team.
I'm writing everything out.
Oh gosh. Okay.
No, as it.
All right. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
all right.
Okay.
So first team then would be
The Cardinals.
Well, let me tell the fans what we're doing. Okay. We know what we're doing. I haven't explained it to the fans yet.
Oh,
Okay. At least I don't think I have. Here's what we're doing. We're going to go through each team. Vegas has posted the projected win totals for every team. And it's over or under a line they give you. Now, usually they give you like a 10.5 wins. So you either can choose 11 or 10, but sometimes they'll say 10. So that means you can't choose 10. You must choose either 11 or 9. So it's trickier. But we'll have to make decisions as a group. We're going to track it. And throughout the season, we'll kind of make an update and see how we're doing. Sound good?
All right. Cardinals
You mean the Bills?
what?
You're
Arizona.
going by, you said
would
you're
be
going
the
by.
Bills.
Oh, well, I guess if you're going by Arizona with the A.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So location first. All right, go ahead, Mitch.
Arizona Cardinals, 8 wins.
Ooh, that's easy.
They're in a tough division. I'm going to say, man, I wish I could choose 8. I think 8 and 9 is what they'll end up being. That sucks. That's a
I'll
good
go
line.
first.
Go ahead, James, while I think about it.
I think they're going to have well over 8 wins.
Yeah, I think they'll be over as well.
I will also go over.
I'm going to
Over.
take the under. I think they go
Pretty
7
cool.
and 10. I think they're going to have a great offense. I still think Cliff Kingsbury is a sorry coach, and their defense is still going to be bad. So I say 7 and 10.
All right, Mac.
Under.
life's too short. Bet the over.
Attaboy.
Okay,
So
big cat.
are we saying 9 and 8? Or
What?
James,
Ugh.
well
I
over.
said under the
sounds
rest of you.
weird.
Just under or over is all we need.
Yeah,
We
that's
don't
all
have
I've
to
been
put it-
doing.
Yeah.
Over and under.
All right.
Falcons.
See, my list is not in alphabetical order, so I gotta
You all have to everything
7.
already?
7.
Oh my word.
7.
I'll go first.
These are hard.
That's the point. I'm gonna say under.
Let's see.
I'm gonna go over. And my reasoning is because the Saints lost Drew Brees. I know that he didn't play every game, but
That's a good
I think
point.
it still has a big impact. So I'm gonna say over.
I think one
8.
thing that helps them is the Falcons. They are clearly trying to win now by signing Hayden Hurst. They're saying we're going to go in. We're not going to rebuild like I would have done if I were the Falcons.
I didn't Hayden Hurst.
Or not
Kyle
Hayden
Pitts.
Hurst, Kyle Pitts. My bad. By adding Kyle Pitts, they're saying we want to win with Matt Ryan now. So when you have that mentality, it can kind of change from even what I think was going on last year. I don't think that was their main goal.
I forgot about the Kyle Pitts. I'll take the over.
Let's
So
see.
you're telling me
Start-
that's going to be a 2-game difference because of Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
Interesting.
That's a very nice war for. a
Well, I
football
was
player.
thinking
Two
like
games.
I was thinking like the only like really nice offensive weapon they have is Calvin Ridley.
and
Julio
Julio
Jones
Jones.
is Yes, I know. I get it. Julio Jones, he missed half of the last year. The man
Mike Davis.
The first time ever he's missed half of a year.
ain't shit.
Did you
the
see Mike
wheels are
Davis's
off.
thigh?
Yeah, that thing's huge.
Yeah,
It's quad, by the way, but whatever.
Whatever.
That guy's got massive thighs.
I'm gonna
All
take
right.
the
so
over at 8 games.
I'm looking through their schedule. Eagles could go either way. Bucks lost. Giants, I'll give them a
Just-
win there.
Oh,
Take
Can't
it.
Washington lost. Jets, give them a win there. That's 2. Falcons, Dolphins. Potential.
loss.
I'll give it to them. I'm gonna give them a loss. The Panthers. So either way, I think are at 3 or 4 right there. Saints. I still think the Saints are a better team. I'm giving them a loss to the Saints. I'll have them win at home. So I'm at 4 wins. Cowboys lost. Patriots loss automatic. Jags win. They're at 5. Bucks lost. Panthers, I'll have them split with them so I can make that one a loss. They won the first one. Niners, that's a loss. Lions, I'll give them a win. That's 6. Bills lost 7. Falcons, Saints loss. Well, I said I'd split it, didn't I?
You
So I
also didn't split the Panthers. You said both lost.
No, I gave a win on the first one.
You also said
And
the
I lost
Falcons
the
were playing the
Dolphins.
Falcons.
He said Bills lost 7.
Yeah, Bills lost. So that puts me at 7 total wins.
That's
playing
the
the-
over under.
Playing the Saints then determines.
I'll
I
go
like how
over
you
7.
just act like the Patriots are just an automatic win.
It's
for
an
the
automatic
Patriots,
win.
too.
I'm gonna go under for the Falcons.
All right, back.
Over.
All right, I'm gonna go over as well. I guess I don't really know. I don't know all the names, but we've added a lot of people recently. We
Yeah.
actually had the best
Hayden Hurst.
free agent class of all the teams in football this year. So the coach
Hello, Patriots added 2 tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu
exactly.
Smith, and Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar. So I don't want to hear it.
All right,
Bourne's a
that's
wide
an
receiver,
automatic
too.
win for the Falcons. All right, moving on. Baltimore Ravens.
I actually,
Baltimore Ravens,
I'm going to
over
change
under
my
is
answer
11.
to an over, James.
11 for the Ravens.
Whoa.
11. Oh boy,
I'm going to say
11
under
and-
for the
11 and
Ravens.
6.
what did you say, Jake?
Under. I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to
go
10
under
and
as
7.
well.
What were they last year?
Not 11 and 6.
Well, they could have been
There weren't 17 games. Last year, the Ravens were
10 and 6.
11 and 5.
11 and 5.
All right, let's go through it real quick. I got it right here. Las Vegas. That's
Vegas win.
Win.
a win. Kansas City. Loss.
Loss. 1-1.
Detroit. Win.
Win.
Denver.
Win.
Win. Indianapolis.
Depending on what they do.
I'm going to say lost. It was in Indy or is it at home?
It's home. It's at home.
I'll give them a win.
I still go Indy.
Chargers.
Loss.
Loss.
Home or away?
Okay. It is
I go Ravens win.
it is at home versus the Chargers.
I'll give them a win.
Chargers win.
Okay. So we're sitting at between 3 and 5 wins right now.
Or Bengals in
Win.
in
Between 2 and
Baltimore.
7.
So 5. Minnesota.
Man, they have a tough schedule. Holy cow.
Oh, by the way, Falcons have the third easiest.
I'm going to give them a
schedule.
loss to the Vikings.
Okay, so we're at 6. Miami.
I give them a win.
Guys, we still got 30 more teams to do of this.
Yeah, we
Don't do this for every team.
Some of these
at
ones are
6.
tougher.
They're at 6 halfway through. I'm gonna
Just
go.
choose.
I'm gonna go with the over.
I'm going to say under.
I'm going under.
I'm going
Max
to say
going
under.
over.
Mitch,
Under.
Can we do push?
what
Oh.
saying exactly at?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can
Sure.
push, I suppose.
I'll push.
Push.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to follow the trend.
All right,
What
Buffalo
was the
Bills.
one that was also right at a number? Weren't the Falcons?
It was the
everything's
Cardinals.
been exactly at a
Can you,
number.
can you give me a push for the Cardinals, please, real quick?
Yes,
Thank you. All right, what's the next one?
Buffalo.
Buffalo
Um,
Bills.
10.5.
Push.
Yeah, it's impossible. No, I guess they could technically have a tie. They could go 10, 6, and 1. That would be the ultimate push, Matt.
That's still not 10 and a half. Though.
That's still only 10 wins.
I suppose, yeah,
Idiot.
you're right. Okay, I'm gonna say over for the Bills in that one. I think they go 11 and 6.
I think they go 12 and 5 over.
Their defense is rough, though. Honestly, it is.
Nah, 12 and 5.
I think they legit could go 6 and 0 in division, which I think if they do that, then they go over.
12 and 5.
I went over as well.
I'm gonna go over.
Over.
Hype is
What's
strong
next?
with the Bills.
Can I go over on all of these? Is that mathematically okay?
Well, you have so
Literally
far, so-
impossible.
Okay, I
That
push
is-
on the 10.5.
What's the next one?
Panthers.
What's their over under?
7.5.
Under. I
I'll go
think
under.
They could win 7 or probably 7, 10. It sounds about right. Or even worse, I could see.
I will also go under.
Who's their QB right now?
Tim
Sam
Darnold.
Darnold.
Under.
I'm gonna be the odd one go over, even though I'm a fan of Sam Darnold.
I
Me
would
too.
not be
Gotta go.
shocked. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they got went over. They're not in a super tough division outside the Bucks. So
How many wins do you think that division is gonna win, James? They're not all going to have winning records. So either the Falcons are going to lose.
All right, let me ask you a question, Wes. What's 8-9? Is that a winning or losing season? That's losing. They both could get 8 wins, and I'm still right on both of them.
They're all of them are going to win all their non-conference games and then split the other ones.
Exactly.
Okay, then.
All right, Chicago
This is
Bears.
so stupid. What's next?
Bears.
The Andy Dalton-led Chicago Bears.
7.5.
Matt Nagy just solidified his opinion that starting the season, Andy Dalton is our starting QB.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I
go
would bet
under
money
then.
Andy Dalton's gonna have an unfortunate accident.
Oh no! Someone punctured my lung.
Exactly.
Chargers doctor.
That Chargers doctor in there.
I went
He's
under.
like, got a new job.
Under.
What was it
Under.
again? I forgot. I'm concussed. Okay, leave me alone.
Stop saying that.
7.5.
Well, you
gotta
keep giving me
get
a hard
crunch
time.
up.
7 and a hay.
I'm saying under.
I'm going over.
I'm going over as well.
I think
Right.
that I'm going to take the fact that Aaron Rodgers will not be in there next year. I'm going to say over.
Taking the fact that I think Justin Fields will get that starting job.
And outside of quarterback, the Bears are a pretty dang good team. So
Anywho, Bengals.
Dave,
7.
Love that. Over.
push.
Push.
I think their division is too hard to get that many wins.
Push.
Under.
Oh,
Weird, the AFC North is a good division for once. All four teams I think are actually competent.
if they had drafted
Linemen.
the offensive lineman, I would say over, but they didn't.
So
So I'll say
Yeah, Joe Burrow is going to be out week 3. So
I'm actually gonna say under because Burrow's gonna die week 4.
don't you put that on him, Ricky Bobby.
Don't you do that? I don't know what to do with my hands. All right, Cleveland Browns.
Ooh,
9.5.
over.
Yeah,
Three.
over.
Big time
I'm gonna
over.
go-
I think
I'm
they
gonna
get
go
12
over.
plus.
I'm over on that. Way over.
Back
I'm
to
Who's
probably
the
gonna-
quarterback?
I'm probably going to put $200
Mayfield.
Baker?
down on them getting the over.
Baker Mayfield is super
Not,
underrated.
not really, Mom.
Mac.
What was it? What was the number?
9.5.
Under.
All right, your funeral. All right,
Hey,
Dallas
the Bears
Cowboys.
have been disappointing for years.
Cowboys.
9.5.
Ooh,
Over. Easy division.
Over. But their defense. Did their defense get any better, Wes?
Doesn't matter. Dak Prescott's
The
going to put up
NFC
50
West.
points a week.
NFC
this year.
East.
Yes.
Giants, 2 easy wins.
Not saying much.
Eagles, 2 easy wins.
I am
Washington
going.
split. There's 5 wins right there.
Oh man, that's hard because
All right.
All right, what do you got, Wes? I'm gonna wait to do mine.
I'm gonna go over.
Over.
I think it'll be close to 9.5 though. It won't be. They ain't gonna win like 13, 14 games. That ain't gonna happen. So it'll be like 10. I hope.
What did you say, bitch?
Oh,
I'm gonna
your
say
cold makes Mitch sound real bad.
I'm gonna say under with 9 probably.
I am as well gonna go under with 9,
Don't hurt me.
but I think that's
Why?
a very
Looking
good
at their-
projection.
I'm looking at their schedule real quick. Bucks Chargers could be 2 lost. They could start 0-2 pretty easy. But
Yeah,
then
the
they have a
Chargers-
real easy schedule where they get to play Eagles, Panthers, Giants, Pats. I think they could win all 4 of those. Broncos, they get to play Falcons, they play Raiders, Cardinals, and Eagles again, and Giants again. I think at 10 wins is very attainable. So I'm gonna go over.
All right, Denver Broncos at 7.5.
Under. Well, I'm gonna go over just in case Aaron Rodgers gets signed.
Well, that's just stupid.
And even if they don't, I think Teddy Bridgewater's got a chance to get him there. So I'm gonna say over.
That's true.
This is hard to do without knowing about Rodgers. Because if he gets it, I'd say over in a heartbeat. But if he doesn't, I'd say under.
That's why they said at a
I
tough
think if
number.
he goes there, the over under changes.
It will eventually. That's why we're doing it now.
Yeah, that's
I
why you
would
have to
say
bet
under
now.
right now.
I mean, now
Under.
if you're a betting man, now is the time to bet in the Broncos before that over under shoots up or down.
Under.
Time to
All
sell
right.
my house.
Mitchell.
Under.
I will go. I'll go over. Why not?
Detroit Lions.
They're the
5.
worst, don't they?
5.
5.
5.
Under.
Bless them.
I gotta see if I can find 5 games in their schedule real quick that I feel they can.
You know, what? I am
I'll push.
going.
Jared Goff.
I don't know, man. That's hard.
With the number 1 pick in the 2022 draft, the Detroit Lions select
Who cares? Because
Sam?
nobody's good. Nobody's good next year.
Spencer
Actually, I'm
Rattler,
I'm gonna
quarterback,
say under.
Oklahoma.
All right. Mac.
I looked at the first 7 games. I expect them to lose all
Over.
of them.
I'm just
I
kidding.
will-
The Lions will
Gosh,
have the
dude.
second pick. The
I will
Texans
go
have the
push.
first pick.
Oh my word. Okay, Wes, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are the Lions the underdog in every single game?
No.
What game are they a favorite
The
in?
Houston Texans probably.
They're not a favorite, but they do push in 2 games.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I don't think that they're a favorite in any game I'm looking at right now.
But
I'm saying
there's-
under. There's no way. If they get 5, I will say, hey, great season.
I will say under as well.
Who is their new coach?
I'm gonna switch to under.
Dan Campbell,
Dan, bite your kneecaps, Campbell.
crazy
Sounds
guy.
like a winner.
He says he wants a pet lion in his office in Detroit.
Cool.
Guy's nuts.
Green Bay Packers.
Oh boy.
Under.
What's
10
you
and a
didn't know
half.
what the over under is, Matt.
Don't need to know.
10.5.
Under. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna
There is
say under.
absolutely no reason to think that they're going to stop going. Besides, okay, they're obviously not going to go 13-3.
They lose the MVP of the league.
That's over if Aaron Rodgers is there.
If he is, but I think there's a near 0 chance that he plays for the Packers next year. My personal opinion. So I say under.
I'm saying over.
I'm gonna go over.
So you guys are predicting that he plays a full season with the Packers?
Was that a push, James?
Either he plays a full season, or I mean, they literally thought Jordan Love was like one of the best players in the draft last year.
He's not.
Here's what I'm thinking.
I mean, they get paid to make those analyses.
Maybe Rodgers
Yeah,
sits
the
out.
Browns got paid
Maybe-
for 50 years to never win a Super Bowl too. That doesn't mean they're good.
I think Rodgers might sit out maybe the first couple weeks, and then I think he does come back. So
You think if he
I
sat
don't-
out a couple weeks, they'd come back and win over 10.5?
yeah,
Yes.
that's why I said over.
All right.
think
Sorry.
Rodgers-
So Wes said over. Jake, you said under.
Under.
I said under. Mitch,
Over.
Mac,
Under.
Underwear. Houston Texans.
Got him. All right. Houston
Under.
Texans.
Under.
4.5.
Under. I think
Under.
they
All
get
right.
maybe 2
Whoa.
wins.
What was Houston?
4.5.
All right.
Whoa.
Are you writing down the over under as well so we can keep track it?
What do you think this is, Ricky?
I didn't know just because a year from
Did
now
it-
it might be a little
Did
confusing.
everyone go under?
Yes.
I'm actually going to take the over.
Shohei Ohtani just hit another home run. That's 3 games in a row.
Freddie Freeman has 5 home runs in the last 4 games.
What's his batting average, James?
It's climbed up to like 320.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa. Moved
I
too
have no
fast.
idea what it's at. I was just messing with you.
Are we ready to move on?
Colts.
You got
10.
my under for the Lions, right?
10 for the Colts.
10? I'm going to push.
Yeah,
I think 10-7 is a good season for them.
I am going to go over. I think that team is way too talented to get 10 wins.
I'm gonna go under. No Phillip Rivers, but
Carson
You
Wentz.
only go up.
2.0.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, new QB for the Colts.
We go under.
All right, Michelle.
I'm going to push.
All right, Jacksonville
Jacksonville.
Jaguars. 3.
Ooh, 3?
6.5.
Oh, I'm going under.
6.5.
6.5, huh? They got the
Un-
Colts. Who else in their division? I forgot all of a sudden.
Titans. Oh, they got the
Texans.
Texans twice. Oh, man.
6.5. 7 wins is hard to
That's a
project.
tough one.
man.
I'm gonna go under.
Urban Meyer there with Trevor Lawrence. That defense is so bad. I don't know how they go from the worst team in the league to 7 wins. I'm going to go under.
I think
Under.
they'll beat the Texans twice. They might slop in a few other wins, but
I think that hype is what's driving up that win total to 6.5. I think Vegas is counting on people to say Urban Meyer, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, they're going to be great. But just all those pieces coming together, I don't think that they get to 7 wins. So I say under.
All right, Mitchell.
Under.
Next year, I give them over.
All right, that's the first person that we've had unanimous, I think.
No way. Lions wasn't all under.
No, I went.
Push.
I went. Someone went. I went push.
Kansas City Chiefs. 12.
Push.
5. Let me see if I can find 5 losses for these guys real quick.
over.
I am gonna go over as well.
I'm going to say over. I'm going to go 14-3.
Let me see if I can find 5 losses real quick.
Well, week 18 when Patrick Mahomes sits out.
Browns, that's a win.
After they're 14-2.
They could lose the Titans. They
Pretty sure Mahomes is even good.
Yeah, did y'all see that Super Bowl? Sad.
I felt so bad for him.
Everybody who's catching the ball needs to put like glue and magnets on their hands.
Was it 12 or was it 11 and a half?
12.
I'm going to push.
All right.
I also
Raiders.
push.
No, I'm going to go over. I take it back.
I said over. Raiders 7.5.
Under.
Under.
Although I
Wow.
think Henry Ruggs is going to have a big breakout year this year.
I'm going to go over.
You hope.
What'd you say, Wes?
I said you hope, Jake, to Henry Ruggs having a big year.
I can't put you hope here. Sorry. You got to give me an over.
What do you mean, Wes? I have him 1 out of 15 leagues.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, but you traded your whole house for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was more concerned with the draft picks. He was an
Yeah.
exterior.
Well, anyways, 7.5. I'm gonna go under.
Mitchell,
Under.
Mac.
Under.
Wow. How about myself on this one?
By
Los Angeles Chargers
myself.
9.
Push.
I don't want to be over. All by myself.
I will push
Jake,
as well.
Stop singing in the mic.
Who's in that
Do what I
division
want. It's
again?
my show.
Y'all remind me.
This is bad radio, Jake.
That
Chiefs,
Told us to tell you
Raiders.
if you're being annoying.
Chiefs, Raiders, and Broncos.
That's not what I said.
All right. Wes and Mitch.
I'm gonna say over. They were 7-9 last year, and they absolutely killed the draft. So they're gonna win a lot more than 9 games.
Sure. All
I
right.
don't say this often, but Mitch convinced me. I'm gonna go over.
Oh, yeah, that's stupid. All right. Rams.
They get an
Uh,
extra game to win one more game. I think that's a good take, Mitch.
10.5.
Ooh.
The Rams are 10.5.
Yeah.
That
I
Matt
would go-
Stafford.
I will go under.
That
I'll go
defense
under
is
as
good.
well.
You got Aaron Donald, Matt Stafford, Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, Cam Akers, as I like to call him, Cakers. I say over.
They also have to play a hard division.
And
Seahawks
Jalen
are
Ramsey.
doo-doo now. And Cardinals are also doo-doo. 49ers are the only good team.
Wow. I would say 49ers are the worst team of that group.
Yeah, so
Continue
would
on.
I.
Do you think the 49ers are the worst team out of those four?
No, I would
I-
say the Rams are the worst of those four.
I disagree. I think it goes Niners, Rams, Hawks, Cardinals.
Well, that's because you're crazy. All right, Jake. Who'd you say? You said under?
I said over.
Over.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
you said
taking the
over.
under
I
on
said-
that one.
I took the under as well.
I can't wait. This is going to be fun to keep track of. Whoever wins has to buy a round of root beer for everybody.
Wins or loses?
Wins or loses. Whoops.
All right, Mac.
I'll start losing. I'll push everything.
Over.
I said under. I don't know if you got that.
I
Is this
did.
the Rams?
I got
Yeah.
Dolphins next at 9.
Ooh.
Over.
I'm gonna go over as well.
I'm over.
Under.
Can you imagine if Deshaun Watson gets traded to Miami?
He ain't gonna never play again. All right, Jake.
Get
Under.
out of here.
People out here
Under.
murdering people, but you can't do what he did, which I
He's
don't
like he's
Under.
getting all these
I got it.
settlements. All these settlements.
That's all it's all about.
Has he had a few settlements come through?
They're all getting settlements.
How many
Every
out of
single
what
one
was
of
it? 21?
And like 6 of them have come out and said they were lying. So he might
Already?
not even.
How come
Yeah.
that's not popping up on the news? That's the question.
It's because it's
Because-
news.
They're keeping it really under wraps for the most part, like because they're settling with so many of them right now.
So is Watson wanting to keep it low profile? Because I mean,
The-
there was so
well,
much
his-
news for so long when he's getting accused, but now that they're getting settlements and it's getting people saying they're lying, I'm not seeing anything about it anymore.
Well, you
Settlements
notice
don't sell.
Deshaun Watson's been quiet. He's been MIA.
He hasn't said
ever
anything the
since-
whole time.
because his lawyers told him, "Listen, don't say a word. It's just going to look bad. We're going to get through this."
He's
Whenever and some of these women are coming out saying they were lying, which is really bad for the other ones who weren't
Yeah.
lying.
Yeah.
So now
If-
the lawyers
if-
saying, "See,
If
these
there
ones were
any that
lying."
weren't.
So who all these other women could be too. So they're settling right now, and they're going to get it all worked out.
Yeah,
He
and that's the
he
right
might
way to
get 6
handle it.
games.
There's no way that Watson.
Right way to
nothing
handle
Watson-
it is sexually harass people.
Yeah, well, that's true. There's nothing that Watson could have said that would make it better, you know? So having him say nothing was the right way to go. Apologize to them in person if you've wronged them. And if you wronged them, do the right thing and make it up to them. But yeah, I agree. A public statement wouldn't have done anyone any good.
We're doing the over and under on the women, or
Minnesota Vikings.
Yikes, Mac.
8.5.
8.5 over.
over.
I'm
Over.
taking that Rodgers not playing narrative and I'm running with it.
That's only 2 games, so I don't think that's as
I know.
impactful
And
as you
I think that if they are at 7 wins and they have to play the Packers twice, they stay at 7. But if Rodgers isn't there, then they go up to 9, which puts me over 8.5.
I went over as well. I think they blow it out of the water.
James, you're such an idiot.
All right,
I'll take the over.
Mac.
Over.
All right, we all went over.
New England Patriots at 9.
Under.
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 Jake.
Under. I said under first before anyone else.
New Orleans Saints 9.
Under.
Under.
9 and 8.
Push. I want to push on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Oh man,
That's
that's
a tough
hard.
line, man.
You just don't even know who's going to be the starter quarterback for the
I
whole
think
season.
that whoever it is, that it's gonna be good though.
Ian Book, I heard.
I love Ian Book.
This is a pick I want to push on.
I do not see them starting Taysom Hill for the whole season. There's no way.
And if he does, I don't see him lasting the whole season.
I think they get Rodgers.
Physically.
Oh,
That would
nice.
be nuts if they got
Oh.
Michael Thomas.
All right,
Wow. If they got
make it
Rodgers,
happen. Wes, what do you got?
Under.
All right, Jake. All right, I'll come back. Mac.
Yes. My brain's a little slow.
Under.
Mitch.
under.
I will push.
Yeah, I'm gonna push with you, James. We'll push this rack together.
New York Giants at 7.
Under. Wait, that means that'd be 6 and 11. Yeah, under.
I'm gonna go under.
Under.
Over.
I'll go with Mac, and I will go.
Words.
I will go over.
I hope our
almost went
fans
over.
like hearing under and over because they're getting a lot of it today.
All right,
New
New York
York-
Jets.
6.5.
Under.
I'm gonna go under. I think it takes them a year.
Over.
Yeah. I think I gave the Jaguars a under at that number. I'm definitely going.
This is gonna be my hot take, and I'm gonna say over on this one. I think they steal 1 from the Bills and they
Don't.
take 2 from the Patriots and maybe 1 or 2 from the Dolphins, and that'll help.
I
them.
think the Jets are a sleeper team this league. I'm taking the over.
Interesting. I feel very bad about my pick all of a sudden.
All right, Eagles.
6.5.
6.5 for the Eagles. That's a good line. That's a tough one there.
That's a tough one.
I will go over.
You know, with how bad the NFC East is, Vegas must really not like the Eagles. That's lower than the Giants.
That's low. And the thing is, I know they add Devontae Smith and Jalen Hurts looks like to be the starting QB. I just don't know that the rest of that team. I mean, Zach Ertz isn't showing up to training camp. Not that he was great or anything last year,
That's because they're trading him.
but their defense still isn't good. Miles Sanders is solid, but
He's
I'm
only
gonna-
got 1 year left.
I'm going to go under on him. I mean, all we're talking about is this year, but still, I go under.
I went under with the Giants. I'm going to go over with the
I like
Eagles.
it. All right, Mitch.
I'm
What'd you say?
I'm gonna say over. Same thing as Wes.
All right, Mac.
I think that
Under.
the NFC East, I think is going to shake out. The Cowboys and Skins or football team are going to have a bunch of wins. I think they'll each sweep the Giants and Eagles is what I'm.
Well, that
projecting.
doesn't make me feel very good. No, you just said that.
So
Pittsburgh,
I think that they get 4 wins from both those two teams each. That's why I'm going Giants and Eagles both low and Skins and I keep doing that. Football team and Cowboys both high.
Steelers 8.5.
That's tough.
I wish it was 8 because I'd totally push it.
So
Well,
say
that'd be-
I'm
No, under.
yeah, but
You're an
bring up-
absolute
you
idiot.
bring up a valid point.
8, I would push. 8.5, I don't know what to do.
I guess I have to go under.
Oh, goodness.
All right, let's go.
Dare I
Mac.
say?
Back,
Under.
bitch.
I'll say over at 9. I think they go 9 and 8.
Yeah, I feel
Jake,
stupid
you
saying
have to be under.
I know I have to be, but I think they're gonna go over. But I'm gonna stick with under.
Wes.
I'm going under as well.
I will go. I think that's the hardest one so far.
Yeah, it's a tough
I have
one.
about right there perfectly.
I mean, I could see them losing a bunch of games, but I could also see them getting a few in a row.
That defense
go-
is so good.
I'll go
it's
over.
hard, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna get that one wrong, but I'm gonna stick to my guns.
I mean, 9 and 7 is very realistic for them. I feel like.
No, it's
That's-
not. It's actually impossible.
9, 7, and 1.
Yeah,
That could happen.
idiot. All right, 49ers.
I wish it was 8 because I totally put.
Don't make
San
me laugh.
Francisco
It hurts.
Is 10.5.
I will be going under on that.
I am going under as
I
well.
wish it was 11. I'll go over.
Bush. I'm gonna go under. I think they'll go 10 and 7.
Oh man, I've got some faith in my boy.
Mac.
I'll go over.
All right, so 2 y'all went under, 3 went under. All
I,
right,
I
Seattle
really,
Seahawks.
I don't think 11-6 is.
I think Trey Lance gets Rookie of the Year this year and leads them to a 12-5 season after playing about 11 or 12 games.
Seattle Seahawks 9.5.
Under.
That's a tough. That division is so tough.
I will go over.
Going over as well.
I think they go 10 and 7. I say under.
The Cardinals are the worst team in that division according to Vegas odds.
I would agree.
Mitch. You said under, Mac, correct?
Yeah.
I also said under.
I got you.
I gotta say over.
Hmm.
I think they go 10 and 7.
That's just weird. I mean, like, I almost say so much of it depends on Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, which I guess means it depends on Russell Wilson. But
I
those
think
three
it-
players are
well-
so inconsistent. One week they're just nuts and awesome,
Well,
and the next week they just suck.
they were everything was clicking the first half of the season, but then everyone's like, oh, all they do is throw to these two guys. That's their entire game plan for every game.
I just think they
This
have
is
some
easy to defend.
turbulent waters over there in Seattle right now with just the situation with Russell and the coaching style. And I think when you have inconsistencies, either your team has to come together and really band up together, or it can result in some inconsistency on the field as well. So I'm projecting the latter of those two, and I think they go under.
I'm going to change to under.
I like it. Now I,
I,
feel
I,
bad
wrote,
about my
I said
pick.
over, but Tampa Bay 11.5.
Ooh, that's a tough line.
Over.
They
I will
signed
go-
every single
Who has
starter. Man.
who
I'll
has
go
the
over as
highest
well.
who has the highest over under, Mitch?
Chiefs at 12. Then Bucks at 11.5.
James, what did I say about the Chiefs? That push. I think I
Uh,
pushed.
No, everyone over. Mac pushed.
I said over 12.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna say over for the Bucks.
I'll say over for the Bucks. Everybody's coming back.
Yeah. So,
There's no reason to think that they won't be continued to do
Ours
it.
on you, Wes.
And they'll sign Julian Edelman.
I'm going to go under.
he's done.
All right, so everyone over except Wes. All right, Tennessee Titans.
9.5.
I'll go over. with
Over.
that.
I will go over as well.
They better
Over-
hope nobody
over for
gets injured though, because outside of their stars, they got nobody.
I'm just
I'm gonna-
concerned about their second wide receiver.
Yeah. Who?
I mean, they have Josh Reynolds and Des Fitzpatrick. I think both of them will do fine.
I'm going to say under.
All right, what'd you say, Jake?
Said over 9.5, correct?
And Wes, you said over as well. So everyone went over except Mitchell.
That's
I am
correct.
projecting a very unbell curve like format. It's gonna be a lot of high wins and low wins and very few teams in the middle.
All right, football
Last team, Washington football team at 8.
Over.
I will go
8
over as well.
solid.
8 solid.
In order for me to have any of my other predictions be right in the NFC East, I have to say over.
I'll say over.
I think that they sweep those two teams, like I said. So there's
I
4
think they go
wins
9
there.
and 8.
Yeah, I
Alright,
can
let's
see
look-
9 and 8 or
I'm
10
going
and
to
7.
push. My first push of the night.
Pushes
I
are
like
the
it.
most rare. So I mean, those of us who push more than once are probably a little dumb, but we'll see what happens.
I pushed 9 times.
Did you actually?
No, I have no idea.
Oh my gosh, 9 out of 32 pushes. That'd be crazy. I don't think there were 9 that were set at a solid number. All right, this has been great. It's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. We'll
You
see.
almost ended the show.
I did, but there's a lot more we have to do still. Guys,
For an
give me a
hour.
break, okay? My dog literally knocked me out.
I have a concussion. Oh.
I'm concussed.
All
Well,
right,
I
do
wish
you
it was
guys-
8 because I'd totally pushed.
All right, moving on.
So, quick news: Shohei Ohtani is tearing up baseball. It's just cool to see someone. JJ Watt tweeted, he said, "It's cool to see how many people are talking about Shohei Ohtani, but not enough people are talking about Shohei Ohtani." And it's true. I mean, the guy is one of the best pitchers in baseball. He could very well win Cy Young this year with the way he's pitching. And then he comes up and hits every day. And the guy is one of the best hitters in baseball right now, too, which is what we've hoped he would be his whole career. But now that he's healthy and is actually able to do both of these things, it's nuts. I mean, Wes pitched with him against me in the show yesterday, and I about cried. Would you strike me out 13 times, Wes?
Yep, 2 hits.
Not fun. But yeah, Ohtani is just crazy, and he's fun to watch. He hit a 3-run homer against the Indians yesterday that, I'm not kidding, was between his shoulder and his chin. And it's just the way he swings. Like, I don't know if it's because the way he like starts his body twisting on every pitch that just gets that bat around so fast. But the ball was literally up at his head and he jacked it to right center field. And it was just like, it didn't even look like he swung that hard. Just the way he swings the bat. It's just very, I think Wes said it best, very Japanese. And it was just cool to see. And I just love watching him play. I think he's fun. It's going to be hard for him now that they've always had to pitch to him a lot because with Trout there as well, you can't really afford to be walking people. I think now that Trout's out for like, what was it, 6 weeks? It said
6 to 8
Yeah,
weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
68 weeks. That's a lot of weeks, man.
68.
Just kidding. 6 to 8 weeks. Old
Like
Madagascar
over a
joke.
year.
Any of you who ever watched it?
Nope.
But anyways, Shohei Ohtani could very well win MVP this year. I think he's my favorite in the American.
But now that Trout's out, I mean, it's anybody's game.
Yeah, and Trout being out 6 to 8 weeks, man, that's rough. I feel bad. Like, I feel like Trout is. I mean, we can all probably agree that he's the greatest player of our lives, but he just gets injured a lot. It's a bummer.
Yeah, and he's still got like 4 MVPs.
It's ridiculous. And he could very well get another one this year. And baseball's a long
He
season.
was having a fantastic year too.
Yeah, he had
like-
the highest batting average.
Shohei was playing phenomenal, but Trout's no slouch himself. So.
Yeah, if Shohei can keep this up, he's got a chance at MVP for sure. Any other MLB talk? We won't do power rankings this week. We'll keep that as a every other week kind of thing, as things don't seem to change as much from week to week. But anything you guys want to touch on before we move to trivia tonight?
I mean, you hate to see a guy like Kevin Pillar. Hate to see Kevin Pillar get plunked in the
Ouch.
face and go down like that.
That never feels
that
good.
was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was like I was watching it live and it was just like pouring out. It was so nasty. I felt so bad for him. And the pitcher felt so bad as well. I mean, you could tell.
He just lost his grip.
Yeah, it was just like it was telling away from him. He threw it like kind of inside and it was telling up and in, and it just kept going and it just hit him right in the face.
Which is like he went down and it was pretty gross. But it makes me wonder, like, how the heck did Bryce Harper take a 97 off the face?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it hit him in the wrist, but it hit him in the face. Like, how did he do that and not like
Didn't
die?
pick anything or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's just kind of odd how that happens, but
The NL West is insane.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how long the Giants are going to keep this up because everywhere I look, everybody's got the Giants
Well,
rated as a worse team than the Dodgers and the Padres.
the Padres do have the best record in baseball as of right now as well. So that,
Who?
that probably is part of it. At least they did.
Who?
At least the Padres, either a day ago or 2 days ago, they had the best record. They had gone on a nasty tear. It's possible they've lost since I checked.
which
that.
is impressive since
They
they
had
had
a
the
really
5
rough-
guys out with COVID.
Yeah.
I've got right now Giants at 26 and 16, Padres at 25 and 17.
Okay, so it must have been 2 days ago then, or the day before.
Yeah, Padres
Um,
on a 4-game win streak, Giants are on a 3-game win streak, so it had to be 4 days ago or 5.
No, it wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was. I guess time flies when you're having fun.
But the Giants have the second best record in baseball.
Who has best? Boston still?
White Sox.
White Sox,
Oh, really? White Sox do, huh?
one less loss, but one less game played.
What was that thing said? Oh, one thing we failed to mention: Zach Plesac took a no hitter into the 8th with 2 strikeouts, which is crazy. You don't see that happen very often. Lost it, and then right now he has a 1 hitter against the Angels, and that 1 hit was Otani's 1 hit home.
But another thing we should probably mention. Last night, the White Sox beat, I think it was the Twins, 16 to nothing.
That's
right.
Wow.
a dominating showing.
The
Showing.
the Twins in the 9th inning put in Williams Astudillo.
Astudillo, my catcher
love
on the
that
fantasy
guy.
team.
So your Mercedes is up 3-0, and Astudillo throws just a little looper. Mercedes just launches it into
Yep.
deep center field. And after the game, Tony La Russa was like, "I don't know what Mercedes was thinking.
Who cares?
He's in trouble," or he said something like he was upset with it.
The guy,
Bauer
yeah, I saw
Bauer
that.
comes out today and
Yeah.
says like PSA to all people, like hitters, if it's 3-0 and you hit a home run, like good. You should.
That's your job. You are getting
Oh.
paid to hit baseballs. If you decide to stop, you're not doing your job. Also, you get paid, and when you argue in arbitration, the only evidence you have to say this is why, especially as rookies, like the way the Indians do it, they never sign extensions, or very rarely, or give players extra money. They take each player to arbitration, which is pretty much, if you don't know, like court. You go and a judge and a group of people, they listen to the team's arguments that says this is what we think this player's worth, and then the player says this is what I believe I'm worth. And then a judge or a group of people pretty much say, let's look at the evidence, let's look at your arguments, and we decide how much you deserve to be paid. Well, that rookie or that young player on his first contract, if he wasn't drafted early, he's only getting paid $570,000. Right now, Shane Bieber is getting paid. Well, I think he actually got arbitration for the first time last year. But until last year, so during his Cy Young season, was getting paid $570,000 a year, which is
Jump
change in the majors. And he had to argue, this is why I'm worth more. And arbitration is able to say, yes, you are. Bauer did the same thing 2 years ago before he signed with the Dodgers. And someone like Yerman Mercedes, a 3-run homer does a lot for you as a player.
Well, it was a solo homer.
Or yeah, whatever. Just a homer at all. I mean, it gives you more RBIs. It gives you more hits. It gives you more extra bases. It gives you a better batting average. It gives you better on-base percentage. That affects so many categories that you have to use as evidence for getting paid. So these players should go out and on every single bat, do their best. If you ever decide that you're not going to do your best, you're honestly being a disrespectful sport to the game. These are professional athletes that they should be doing their best. And that coach, if he can't put out a good enough product to get you out, that's on the coach and that pitcher. That is not on the hitter to say, oh, I'm sorry, you're not good enough to beat us. I'll let you just throw a strike past me. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Indians take a 6-1 lead. Never mind. Warning track power. That's what I got to say about that.
It drives me nuts. Like, everyone is so soft, I feel like.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I love Bauer. I don't care.
Yeah, and I mean, they say, well, unwritten rules in baseball. Okay, like, but the problem is, like, this guy, this guy is not supposed to try to hit the ball as hard as he can when you're at the plate on 3. Like, I get, okay, 3-0. So 3-0, he takes that pitch, 3-1. What happens? This guy accidentally paints a corner. You're 3-2. Now you're protecting. You're not trying to hit the ball as hard as you can. This is one of the things where me and Bauer actually agree, which it sounds gross to come out of my mouth, but I get it. Like I'm 100% behind this one. Like 3-0, I don't care who's on the mound. Like if it's 50-0, okay, just. But I've never taken it out ever. Yeah. Never ever taken it out.
No, am I going to say to my high school players, hey guys, I know we're winning 20-0. I want you to put up as many runs as you can and try to hit as many dingers as you can. No, that's high school baseball with kids. These are pro athletes. They can take care of themselves. They're fine.
Well, I feel like it's like saying to a batter who's like, he's the last batter and the pitcher's got a no-hitter or a perfect game going to say, hey, just keel over and give it to him. It's like, that's not what you're there to do.
No.
Like if that, I don't know, if you're that batter, you're out there trying to hit baseballs. You're not gonna be like, well, I'll let him get the perfect game and let him strike me out or something stupid like that. I think it's in the same vein.
It'd be like a stockbroker being like, sorry, you've made too much money this year. I'm not going to give you any more good investment advice. It's too much. It's too much. No, that's your job. You do your job to the best you can at all times. That's absolutely what you have to do. And I think it's stupid for a manager to be mad. You lost 16-0. Get over it. Be a better team.
Yep.
Stop losing.
Yep. So
okay, trivia time.
I like it.
That was fun.
I sent you what everybody chose and everything, just so you know.
Oh, awesome.
Number.
I'll try to make a graphic. I'm not very good at.
I downloaded it. We're good.
Sick. All right. So, Wes, you won our trivia last week. My losing streak continues this season. Who raise your hand if you have a win this year? Nice. Okay. How many do you have, James?
2.
Wes?
Like 2 or 3. I don't know.
Mitch, and you've got 1, right?
2.
You've won twice? Congrats.
Well, because I was supposed to do trivia last week, but I wasn't here.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, I have 0 wins, and I believe this is our 8th or 9th episode. So yay. But maybe I'll get something here. Not likely. It's basketball. Who knows? Blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. Wes, what you got for us today?
Since the playoffs started today, we are talking about NBA playoff trivia.
Sorry,
Playoffs?
One more thing.
Yes,
My bad.
Good.
The PGA Championship is this weekend. That's one of the majors in golf. There's 4 of them.
So,
Well,
Wes, you were
the
saying?
second one of the year is this weekend.
Just kidding. Cool.
So that's just
That's it.
it's
Cool.
not like the Masters, but it's a big one.
So if you were a golf fan and you did not know that it was this weekend, now you know.
It's at Kauai Island Golf Resort.
Ooh, in Hawaii.
Last time they played it, I'm pretty sure it was Colin Morikawa who won. That was 2 years ago.
And Otani's 14th thing of the year.
So
Mhm.
anyway, just want to throw
I
that
did
out.
my first golf tournament on Friday. That's pretty exciting.
Congrats.
Oh, I broke 90 for the first time.
Congratulations, Mitch. I did see that. I'm very proud of you, buddy.
That was really cool. I holed out on the last hole from 60 yards for birdie.
Cool story, bro.
Wow. 60 yards, huh?
I started at a pro shop today.
You what?
Nice.
A job?
Yeah, a pro shop.
Cool. Fun.
You walked in?
All right. Let's go, Wes.
All right.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
This is our club pro, Mac Allen. Anyway, all right. NBA
like that.
playoff trivia. All right. Question number 1. It's a softball, so enjoy
Oh
it.
boy.
They said it was basketball.
So confused.
Smack you so hard. All right. Number 1. Which team has won the most championships all time?
I'll say my answer.
Yeah, I guess as well.
Do we?
Anyone?
I'll be guessing as well.
Wait,
Make me
so
go less.
y'all don't want. Okay. Does anyone want multiple choice? No. Okay, I'm going left to right on my screen. So I have Jake, James, Mac, and Mitch.
Oh, thank goodness.
Lakers.
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 There was actually 2 teams that y'all could have guessed, and
Boston the other one?
Lakers is one of them. It's Boston and the Lakers. The
I
Celtics
knew
and
I
Lakers.
knew it was one of them. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Lakers.
Really
Yeah.
glad that I got to guess last there.
They have
Alright,
each
so it's
won
basically 0-0.
17 championships.
Actually, it's 2-2.
Yes, 2-2. All right, question number 2. Which NBA player has won the most NBA titles in NBA history?
Do I go second or do I go third? Because I don't know who picked first.
James,
You weren't here last week, Mitch, but it was so much funnier.
James, you don't get to go at all. How about that?
I have my answer.
I
I
have
don't
my
need
answer as
multiple
well.
choice.
I don't need multiple choice.
I don't need
Anyone
multiple
else? Multiple
It's-
choice?
What was the question?
Most
Which
NBA
NBA player has won the most NBA titles
See,
in NBA history?
Mitch is just gonna say what I say, so
I
don't-
don't need.
well,
I don't need
Mitch
multiple
went
choice.
last this time. That means he goes fourth this time.
No, that means I go
Or
third.
third. I'm
So we
sorry.
got James, Mac, Mitch, and Jake.
Correct.
this is so dumb. All right, am I going? Bill
Yes, you are.
Russell.
Mac.
Bill Russell.
This is so dumb.
Mitch.
You wonder
Bill-
why Mitch wins all the time because he still
Sorry, I got some other questions that
Bill Russell.
It's Bill Russell.
y'all are wrong. No, I'm kidding.
No.
All right,
I
Bill
was like,
Russell.
I would slap you.
All right, 4-4. All right, here we go.
Okay, how
Now
many does he
into
have?
The nitty gritties.
His
All
11.
right. Yeah, 11 titles. How many times have the Celtics and Lakers faced each other all time in the NBA Finals?
Mac. Then me.
Whoever's closest.
Well, I have multiple choice.
So you have to either get it right on or multiple choice.
Yes.
Are you Googling this, Jake?
No.
Your eyes are
I'm
down.
playing with my microphone.
Is that what they call it?
Was anyone
I will wait for multiple choice.
I'm gonna wait for multiple choice.
I'm gonna guess.
Mac, how about
I'll
you?
wait. I'll wait.
And what would you like to guess, James?
I'm gonna go pretty high number. Let's go 14.
All right. The answer choices are: have they faced each other 8, 10, 12, or 14 times? And we go Mac, Mitch, Jake. That's it.
12.
Mitch.
I'll say 14.
Jake.
It's a good number.
8.
Taking the lead. Mac Allen with 12.
I was gonna say 12 regardless.
The Celtics had 10 up until 2008. Then 2010, they got to 12. So Mac takes the lead at 5-4-4-4. All right. Question number 4. I have a bunch of questions, so this will be fun.
Oh,
Good.
boy.
I'm enjoying
What
it.
is the lowest seed to ever win in the NBA Finals? An extra point for naming the team that won.
Oh my word.
I will be waiting for multiple choice.
What do you mean? Multiple choices are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8.
I'm gonna
Idiot.
guess.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna guess.
What's the deal here? Is there multiple choice?
Are you going to narrow
Uh,
it down for us or no?
Yeah, I'll narrow it down.
It's
I don't think you
one-
should.
The lowest seed to ever win the NBA Finals.
For
Yeah.
one.
So it's
All right. I have a guess. I'll guess.
I'm gonna guess as well. I guess I have to guess first, don't I?
Uh,
And I gotta pick the team, or I get a
This
bonus
is
point.
question 4, so that means Mitch picks first.
And I can guess the team.
Unless y'all are, yeah. So give me the seed and then the team name if you're guessing too. So who's all guessing?
I'll just guess. I mean,
Sure, I'll
Two.
guess. I'll jump in.
All 4. Okay, Mitch, what is it? What do you got?
7. And I'll say the
ugh.
I don't know.
All right,
Just say
Jake,
7. 6
Utah
and the
Jazz.
Mavericks.
James,
I
I
said
will go. I will go 6, and I will go the Rockets.
Mac.
I'll go 5 in Rockets.
The seed was 6.
Nice,
Nailed it.
James.
The team was the Houston Rockets.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
I think
James.
I'm gonna win
Score
this week.
95.
Thank you.
So I do we do
You get,
two
you get
1
1
point
point there,
and James
Jake.
got 2?
Yes.
So I got 3 total points there.
No, just 2.
I
Yes.
guess.
You got an
Yes.
extra point. Oh, that's right. I guess y'all did guess. All right. So,
So
3.
then we all got 2 then. So I got 2 then for guessing.
Yes.
What did you
so
guess?
Do I get
I
anything for
guess
the
6
Rockets
as well.
You get 1 for the Rockets,
you
man.
get 1 for the Rockets.
Do I get half a point for being in the right state?
Okay, so I think that makes James at you got 3
7.
points there. 7, 6,
I have 6. Mac
5.
has.
Mac still has 6.
Yeah, Mac has 6. He guessed the Rockets still.
All right, 7, 6, 6, 5,
7, 6,
4.
6,
7, 6, 6, 4. Okay. Question number 5. Who has won the most NBA Finals MVPs ever?
I feel like this,
Oh boy.
I think this is an easy one.
Jake is guessing first if he wants to guess.
Do we guess the number of MVPs?
Nope, just who's won it. Most
It's
NBA
not
Finals
like-
MVPs ever.
Well, I'll be shocked if it's not Jordan, but I'm going to say Jordan. I,
All
mean,
right,
I guess
well, I
Bill
guess-
Russell did go to 11, but
I
I
guess
don't know.
Jake's guessing, so
Yeah, I guess Jordan.
Bill Russell actually won 11, but
Yeah,
Anyone
he won
else guessing?
I'll guess. I don't know. Whatever. I'll go Kareem.
anyone else?
I'll guess.
I'll
I
guess.
feel like it can't be Jordan.
All right.
It must be too
Mac, are you
obvious.
guessing? Because if you're guessing, you got to go before me.
Yeah, I'll guess. Sheesh.
Sheesh.
I'll go Michael Jordan.
Mitch.
Um,
Five.
Probably somebody from the 1900s, early 1900s.
I would say Bill Russell.
Elgin Baylor.
Okay, so actually the NBA Finals MVP did not start until 1963, and it's actually named after Bill Russell. So the player who has won the most NBA Finals MVPs ever is Michael Jordan at 6.
Nice job, Mac.
All right.
I'm really confused.
I knew he had 6, but I didn't think of no.
Other side. Mac.
They didn't start giving away the Finals MVP award until 1963.
Did Kareem have any?
He did.
Okay.
All right, so Mac and I have 7. James has 7. Mitch still has 4.
4.
Well, how'd you get 7?
Yeah, how'd you get 7?
I had 6.
He was at 6.
And
Well-
who did you?
I was at 4, and I guessed 2 for getting the 6 seed. That put me at 6, and I guess Michael Jordan put me at 7.
That would actually put you at 8.
You did not
Ah.
guess Michael Jordan.
Yes, I did.
He did.
Yeah,
guess
he did.
Jordan.
So that means I'm at 8. So
Doesn't
Mac
matter.
and Jake are at 8. James
Yeah.
is at 7. I'm at 4.
correct.
All right, here we go.
Thank
I
you
mean,
for
Mac
correcting
won.
my score, so it's better.
Question number 6. Who is the oldest NBA Finals MVP ever?
I'm gonna guess.
I'll wait for multiple choice.
This is question 6. So 1, 2, 3,
Oldest.
4, 5, 6. So James goes first. Is anyone? So who's guessing? Who's guessing?
Give me one
Mac,
second.
anyone else guessing?
I'm not gonna guess. I'll wait.
I'm not gonna guess. Even though I've guessed every time.
Finals MVP.
Finals MVP,
The
oldest.
All right.
What you got, Mac?
LeBron James.
All right.
Ron James.
The options are Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James.
Who starts? James starts.
James, Mitch, Jake.
I'll go Kareem.
Mitch.
LeBron James.
Wilt.
The correct answer is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at 38 years old.
I should have
Nice.
just guessed it.
So that makes
Some
3
888.
tied at 8.
No, that just puts James at 7.
I have 8. You dumb
No.
dumb.
He had 7.
He was
Yeah.
at 7. All right. 3 tied
Math
at 8.
is hard.
I got 4.
All right.
Nice.
At least Mitch isn't winning. That's all I care about.
Question number 7. Our
How many
final,
questions are there? Just so I know. the risk or-
32.
final question.
Oh,
Ooh,
final question.
If I
Is
get
that-
it right, if
this one's worth 4
No.
points.
This question, this question is, there's a bonus if y'all tie. There's a chance. Which NBA player has played the most playoff games all time?
Playoff games.
and the tie is guessing how many that game. How many
Right.
most playoff games all
I'll wait for multiple choice. So I know 2 options that are going to be there. Maybe I should just take a stab at it. Who is the order of guessing on this one?
This is question 7. So
Woof.
we go Mac,
Mitch.
Mitch, Jake, James.
I'll wait to see what you guys do.
Most playoff games.
Most playoff games played all time.
Man, this is hard.
Anyone guessing?
All right, I'll guess.
I'll guess. I have
All
no
right.
idea what I'm doing.
Okay. Mac, go ahead.
LeBron.
Okay. Mitch.
It's not LeBron.
It's been the playoffs every year of his career.
It might be LeBron. I don't know why, but this guy's name came to my head, and it's most definitely not him. But I'm gonna say Larry Bird.
All right. The answer choices are:
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
is it Derek Fisher, LeBron James? I put Robert Shorty, Robert Ory, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
Told you it wasn't Larry Bird. Do I get points for that?
No.
I go before James, correct?
Yes, you do.
Eric Fisher.
I'm gonna go Robert Ory.
The correct answer is LeBron James.
No. Why did I not just go with LeBron? I should have hedged my
Would y'all
bet.
like to guess how many playoff games he has played?
Mac
up to
won
this point?
automatically. I will say.
Backs up by 2, so he won.
Mac
Yeah.
is 1 for tonight.
I will say he has played. He's like the Tom Brady of basketball.
Well, he's so old too.
I'll go like 230.
I'm gonna say.
7-3-1 comeback.
I'm gonna say
Carry the 3.
200 and how many? Wait, no. How many seasons are Gamer season 82?
It's not that big of a deal. Just choose
It's
a number.
playoff.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say
Nice.
251.
I'm gonna say 199.
144.
Jake, that's actually impressive. It was 260.
Do
So Jake was 9 off.
you know the next closest?
Yeah, Derek Fisher at 259.
Wow.
Yeah, so LeBron just passed him.
You know,
I
I
didn't
was
say-
honestly,
keep going.
I was thinking Kirk Heinrich.
I know Derek Fisher played a crap ton. Sorry, James. Not really.
Sorry,
Kirk
I just,
Heinrich.
no, sorry.
Robert
I was
Ory.
thinking someone else. No, I was thinking
AJ Barea.
the coach for the freaking Warriors. I think he was saying
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr. I was thinking Steve Kerr because he was with them with like Chicago, and then he went with them with
San Antonio.
yeah. So I was.
Yeah,
I will
only
say-
thing, the only thing going against them is
They
they played
swept
5-game
everybody.
series.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When you said LeBron James, I was kind of surprised because I was almost positive I had heard Derek Fisher play the most playoff games,
He was.
and it was until last night. So thanks a lot.
Well, he didn't play last night.
Until
Plays
today.
tomorrow.
No, I
Oh,
mean,
hasn't played today either.
oh, okay. Gotcha. But anyways, I had heard that stat before.
This goes back to the
So
bubble.
that's but I did do some quick maths. I said average 5 games per series, 3 series per year, 15. That means times 15-year career got me around 250. So
Nice. So we've all won trivia year. Look at us.
Except for
I-
Jake.
I
Not
know.
Jake.
Jake has never
Nope.
won.
Well, I won a lot last year,
This is only my second pod.
and
I'm
then the
1
year,
for 2.
year one I hosted the whole year and just gave it to you guys. So, all right, this has been the Swing Bot Podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening to our sick show. James, I hope you feel better later. Let me know how you're doing, buddy.
Must be the concussion.
What? But thanks so much. You guys see the bump in my head right here? It hurts.
Nope. Literally
Nope.
cannot.
Thanks so much for listening to the show. Be sure to tell your friends about us. I said it right, which is something I don't often do. I usually say tell us about your friends. And then follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Be sure to give us a Apple Podcast review if you listen there, and we'll be sure to shout it out on the show. Yeah, thanks so much for listening, guys, and we'll catch you next week.
Over under.
What about over under?
I just wanted to say.
How many
that.
players you watch in high school?
Over under, how many listeners listen to this episode? 10.
3.
Over
What have
time.
we been-
I'm a push.
What have we been at?